You're a damn crybaby.
I don't know why you killed me when I was born.
Oh, you talk crazier every day.
I mean, if you loved me, you'd have killed me. Like the women back on those plantations. They killed their kids so wouldn't have to be slaves.
I guess I didn't love my children, right? Because I wanted them to live.
Yeah. So you told us to be afraid, right?
You better be afraid. You better be afraid. That world out there'll kill you.
Claudine is a movie that was filmed in 1974. The film follows Claudine Price, played by Diahann Carroll, a single black mother living in Harlem, New York on welfare with 6 children, who finds love with a garbage man, Rupert, or Roop, Marshall, played by James Earl Jones. The pair's relationship is complicated by their poverty, the restrictions of the welfare system, and the hostility of her children, particularly the eldest son, Charles, who was played by Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs, the voice of reality, who believes that Roop will leave their mother just like the previous husbands that she has had. When Roop is invited inside Claudine's shabby little apartment, the children are rude and vulgar towards him.
Hi, Sugar. Miss Claudine Price live here?
Yeah, who are you?
My name is Rupert B. Marshall. What's yours?
Patrice.
Patrice? Oh, yeah, like Patrice Lumumba.
No, like Patrice Price.
Oh, yeah, right. That's a pretty name. Your mama home?
No.
Where is she?
I don't know.
You mind if I come in and wait for her?
Mama said never let nobody in when she ain't home. Hey, baby. Mama, how come you so late?
No one took his child to the toilet.
Charles is in the bathroom.
Well, tell him to come out. Marlene's got to go.
He's taking a bath.
Paul, take her in there.
Man, who's taking a bath?
Oh, I said for you to take her in there.
And he won't let me in. He's naked.
Charles, come out of there. Marlene's got to go to the bathroom and I have to take a bath. A man my ass! I said you get your butt out of there.
Mr. Marshall, just have a seat.
Kids, this is Mr. Marshall.
So what? You from the welfare?
No, he ain't from the welfare. Charles, please get out of that bathroom.
The welfare man, which is the blockage of the black nuclear family.
Holy Christ. How'd you wind up with 6 kids?
Well, haven't you heard about us ignorant black bitches always got to be laying up with some dude just grinding out them babies for the taxpayers to take care of? I get $30 a piece for them kids. Oh, I'm living like a queen on welfare, you know.
You're jumpy.
Well, my kids are fine. You don't need to be worried about my kids.
Oh, no, I'm not worried about your kids. Not my
Get
problem.
that shit all the time from the welfare. Always asking me to apologize for my kids. You know what? I don't have to explain that to nobody. Now, you just pushed the wrong button.
Throughout the film, Miss Kaibach, who is a social worker, visits Claudine at her home and asks her if she's employed and if she's dating anyone. Claudine always claims to be unemployed and single to make sure to get her maximum amount of benefits, which she desperately needs. If Claudine has a job or dates anyone and receives gifts from her boyfriend, the social worker has to deduct any monies or gifts from her benefits, forcing Claudine to lie. Having a husband would be even worse and cause her to lose her benefits altogether. Claudine does have a job as a housekeeper, but her meager wages will not support the family without the welfare benefits. Adding to Claudine's stress and financial woes, her teenage daughter gets pregnant by a young man with no prospects for taking care of her or the baby.
Where have you been?
Out.
I know you've been out. I looked in the bed and you wasn't there. Now, where have you been?
I was with Teddy. I mean Abdullah.
What was you doing with Abdullah or what's-his-face?
Well, we went to this place.
Listen, don't well me, girl. What were you doing?
He was teaching me how to meet people and hold my liquor.
Where was this teaching going on?
At the Flamingo.
Mm-hmm. Abdullah teach you anything about biology?
Mama, I'm not a baby anymore.
I know you're not a baby, but you're not a woman either.
I'm nothing. That's what I am. I don't know nothing. I don't have nothing. I'm nothing.
You are drunk. That's what you are.
This is very common even today. A lot of the themes in this movie are happening right now in the black community. It really hasn't changed much at all since 1974 to 2020. Another theme in the movie is black love. Despite these problems, Claudine and Roop's relationship continues and the children warm up to him. Just before he is to announce his engagement to Claudine to the kids, Rupert is served papers for a court order relating to underpayment of child support of his own children. Work wages are garnished to pay the difference.
Yeah.
Rupert P. Marshall,
Yeah.
this is for you.
Willful neglect.
What about the announcement? Yeah.
Willful.
What the hell is this? There's $60 missing.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot you, Howard.
What the hell are you talking about? I can't live off of this.
I can't do nothing. Sell your car or something.
Sell my car? I'm still paying for it. I'll sell your goddamn garbage truck.
Rupert is so upset that he disappears for a couple of days and loses contact with everyone. He moves out of his apartment, does not show up to work, and does not show up to the Father's Day celebration Claudine's children had prepared for him. Charles eventually finds Roop drunk at a bar and confronts him. Charles is angry at Rupert because he left his mother without any explanation, and the two get into a scuffle at the bar. Later, Rupert shows up outside of Claudine's apartment, explains his absence, and they do reconcile. After several hardships and debating the financial issues relating to welfare, the couple do decide to marry.
Yeah, y'all mad at me, right? Yeah, it looked like you've been sucking on vinegar. But there's one thing you better know. And that is, I love all of y'all.
Dig us so much, then why didn't you come to the party?
Oh, why didn't I come to the party? Yeah, he's just like my daddy. He like all the daddies. They say they love you, then they don't come around. Listen, can I explain something to you about being a daddy? The daddy is the breadwinner. You dig what I'm saying? And if you don't win that bread, you just don't come around. It just takes a lot of money to be a daddy, and I ain't got it.
In the middle of the wedding, Charles runs inside the apartment with the police chasing after him for his activities at a political demonstration. The couple and the rest of the children run after Charles, leaving the ceremony and board the police station. The film ends in a cheery note, with the entire family, along with Rupert, walking happily hand in hand throughout the neighborhood. This is a love conquers all movie. The happy ending is that Rupert does not actually leave Claudine and the kids, but he accepts his responsibility in loving a single mother. He steps into the role he could not give to his own children by being an integral part of raising his new wife's children and owning up to being a real man in a society that denigrates black fathers. We hope that after the wedding, Roop is encouraged to build a relationship with his biological children and offer not only financial support, but a much more valuable fatherly presence in their life. We can only hope, but this movie by many respects is a fantasy that is an urban version of Prince Charming Saves the Day. Without Roop coming back, Claudine would have gone back to her depressive routine of making ends meet and meeting yet another lover-loser, as her son Charles predicted. Actually, Charles' version is more in line with the truth. Roop would have left her after his fling turned into some real-life situation. He had already shucked his responsibility with his own kids, so his idea of just becoming a pimp and going underground into the criminal world would have actually been his choice. Claudine would have never seen him again, and that would have been that. But I like positive endings. It gives us what we go to movies for, an optimistic look on our everyday struggles. How if we only keep working and striving, we will find hope at the end of the dark days. The production for the film began in August of 1973. The location of this film was in the Harlem area, Sugar Hill. Claudine's apartment was located near Edgecombe Avenue and 142nd Street. The final shot of Claudine and her family walking together with Rupert was filmed several weeks after the principal photography ended. The casting of the film is quite interesting. Actress Diana Sands was originally cast as Claudine. In 1959, Sands landed the role of Benita Younger for the Broadway production of Lorraine Hansberry's A Raisin in the Sun. 2 years later, in 1961, Sands co-starred alongside Claudia McNeil, Sidney Poitier, and Ruby Dee for the film version of the play. In late August 1973, Sands did begin filming Claudine alongside James Earl Jones in Harlem section of New York. According to an October 1973 article in Jet magazine, Sands later collapsed during the filming and was rushed to a local hospital in early September of 1973. Upon surgery, doctors discovered a cancerous growth in Sands' abdomen, which was diagnosed as pancreatic cancer. Sands had only been filming a week earlier when she collapsed. Due to her aggressive illness, Sands was unable to film and suggested to producers that her longtime friend Diahann Carroll replace her in the film, in which Carroll was selected. Just before her death, Sands called Carroll and insisted she take the role in her place. Diahann Sands died of pancreatic cancer in September of 1973 at the age of 39. The Claudine soundtrack is amazing. Curtis Mayfield wrote and produced the film's score and soundtrack, the vocals for which are performed by Gladys Knight and the Pips. The soundtrack for Claudine was released on Buddha Records, the group's recording label. And On, the film's theme song, was a number 5 hit for Knight and the Pips on the Billboard Pop Singles chart in 1974. So many hits came from this soundtrack, and my absolute favorite was Invisible, where Gladys Knight sings the lyrics to the song and the feeling of many Black Americans in the 70s and even today. We as Black Americans have struggled to be relevant.
What you gonna be when you grow up?
Nothing.
You got to do something to make a living.
I don't know. I want to be invisible.
Invisible? Why you want to be that?
I don't know.
I guess that could be a lot of fun, being invisible.
I see the invisible man on television, walks through walls and doors, let you see him, then disappear. Anything you want to do. Mama, come to spank me, I'm gone.
What you doing now?
Drawing.
What?
A house in the country, a mom and a daddy.
Let me see. Where is everybody?
Invisible.
To be invisible will be my claim to fame. A girl with no name. That way I won't have to feel the pain. Indispensable. Just a plain old human being. Today don't mean a thing in a world that's so mean. A world that seems not for me. So privately I'll be invisible. That way I won't have to explain a thing. If you know what I mean. I won't even have to be here on the scene.
To say that we believe and long to be a part of this American dream we have slaved, fought in wars, and built. Yet we were marginalized at every turn. The story of Claudine is not just a single Black woman's story, but the story of all Americans to have that nuclear family base and create a world for ourselves and our children. What else can be more American? If you haven't seen it, please watch it. I give this film 5 stars, based on acting, writing, direction, soundtrack, and just plain hopes and dreams.